So the clip you're about to see is from our Not Vampires video. And so one of the myths that's out there about lab professionals is that all they do is take blood. And even within a hospital, some of their colleagues, like nurses, would sometimes be like, oh, here comes the vampire, and they're coming to take your blood. And so we thought this was a really interesting myth that we could play with visually. And so here's a clip of Not Vampires.
Huh?
So we learned a lot in this campaign. We put it out onto our social media platforms, and right away we got a lot of attention. It definitely had a different tone than anything else that we put out, so we knew that it would pique some interest. What we didn't realize was the type of interest it would end up getting. So we did end up receiving quite a bit of some negative feedback from some of our members, which was not our intention at all.
That's a bit of an understatement. This was the most divisive campaign that we've ever put out, which was great. It was interesting because people who got it loved it, and we got a lot of really positive feedback. But people who hated it, man, did they hate it. And so, yeah, we got some feedback and some complaints that came in, and we had to figure out how we were going to deal with that backlash in the moment. And we weren't really as prepared as we should be. So in retrospect, we really should have had prepared responses because we knew this was coming. We knew this was different than anything we were putting out before. We knew we were going to get a bit of a pushback from some of our members, and so we should have been more prepared. We should have had prepared comments and statements that we were ready to put out, and we should have had supporters who were ready to jump into the conversation, so it wasn't necessarily us defending ourselves on social media, which is we really didn't want to do that. We could have had our supporters lined up ready to go, ready to enter that conversation.